to you about using a neural prosthesis as a way to combat against the symptoms of memory loss for pre-dementia Alzheimer's disease patients. Before we get to the topic of a neural prosthesis to help fight against Alzheimer's, it is important to have a basic knowledge of what Alzheimer's disease is and how it develops. According to the Alzheimer's Association, Alzheimer's is a type of dementia that affects memory, thinking, and behavior. It is a progressive disease with symptoms eventually growing severe enough to lose the ability to perform simple tasks. Mild memory loss is often the first sign, with 9 other early signs being changes in mood, misplacing belongings, finding it hard to complete familiar day-to-day tasks, social withdrawal, poor judgment, finding it hard to communicate, changes in vision, and confusion of time and place. At this point in time, it is a terminal diagnosis that is irreversible, with all treatment options being and geared towards slowing the progression of the disease. Let's focus in on the early symptom of mild memory loss. In patients who have yet to develop dementia, there are several types of loss that are most common. The first is major anterograde memory loss, which is a difficulty remembering new memories made after brain damage. The next is major retrograde memory loss, which is difficulty remembering memories that occurred before brain damage. Short-term memory and deficiencies in verbal and perceptual material are also displayed. Loss of neural function leading to disruptions in connections between neurons. This leads to pathways shutting down and cells dying within the brain. As parts of the brain deteriorate, activity dramatically slows down. If you look at the images on the screen, you will see the difference between a healthy brain and the brain of a patient with severe Alzheimer's disease. Although this is not comparable with the brain of a pre-dementia Alzheimer's patient, it is important to know that this is where those brains will head as more deterioration occurs. One of the earliest neurochemical changes detected in patients is a decline in acetylcholine. The large reduction is a direct result of the degeneration of the basal forebrain, which is a midline area located just above the hypothalamus. In fact, the basal forebrain is the main source of acetylcholine. In addition, studies have shown that amnesia has occurred due to strokes that have taken place within the basal forebrain. Although this is not the only area of the brain that has brain damage due to Alzheimer's disease, it is a great place to focus on due to its early onset effects. Current prescriptions to raise acetylcholine levels do exist, but they only appear to cause benefit early on in the disorder. If the degeneration of the basal forebrain could be stopped, and as a result acetylcholine levels could stay steady, could the deterioration of Alzheimer's disease be slowed down, lessened, or completely stopped? This is where the idea of a neural prosthesis in the place of the basal forebrain comes into play. This electronic chip would be placed in this area, which would as a result not allow its deterioration to take place, as it would mimic its abilities, keep acetylcholine levels up, and keep neural pathways intact. Fixing this problem early on to slow down or hopefully find a cure to Alzheimer's disease could have great benefits to patients, as Alzheimer's disease is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States. However, as technology continues to advance, it is important to continue to stay on the right side of ethics and only focus on this type of technology on those who need it for treatment rather than healthy individuals with no predispositions for needing such a device. Thank you.